I check it, apologize again, hand it over to you. If you take it from me in Czech Republic, and it will be very similar in New Zealand, you take with it a penalty right for 20,000 euro, 25,000 US dollars. It will be the most expensive business card in your life. Do you know why? It is connected to the definition of waste. Definition which is in law and legislation, which has been generally written by waste industry. So, there are three definitions usually used in all the countries. I will tell you two. The first one is, waste is something what you would like to get rid of. Nothing more. I call this definition stupid. Because if my wife would like to get rid of me, I will become waste. According to this legislation, I become waste. If you go in a rent, the society put you in a waste because the society or a company would like to get rid of you. So simple it is. But it's a stupid definition. The second one is better. It says, waste is something what you place on a location dedicated for waste storage. And here we are, because the business card lands in a garbage bin. How you can prevent waste happen? Here is the business card. Stretch your hand and catch it in the middle area. Because here is a business card. Here is waste. That's reality what I am showing you. Nothing happened with the business card, but here it's a value for you. Here is your cost. Because you have to pay for waste management, etc., etc. But if you stretch your hand and you cut the process between product and waste, it does not cost you anything. This is systematic waste prevention. This is what I have invented. I have checked legislation in 100 countries. Everywhere is the same. So, I do not manage waste. You show me your room, your office. I can show you mine. It's smaller than yours, but every single piece of furniture, except of my chair, it's built by my hands from obsolete products. And even here are materials which cost 3,000 US dollars a square meter, which is being thrown away. The quantity of wasting in industries. One factory produces more waste than in a day than in a city per month. And this is why I do concentrate on industries. This is why you can find already Industry 5.0 implementation in almost all segments. Everywhere you can apply it, because everywhere you can stretch your hand. There is, of course, difficult. Yes?
So one of the things that's been growing in Europe and France is the right to repair. Because built-in obsolescence.
You are right. And there is a second thing, which is generally the full responsibility of producer. That's the second thing which we are speaking about in Europe mainly. But they do not work as it is declared. Like, good example, carbon emission trading. United Nations, all the governments, everyone, circular economy, all the experts says, do it. Michael Rada says it is the biggest crime against the planet and humanity which was ever introduced. Why? Because even if I move my smoke from my chimney to your chimney, the smoke will be there. Because it is nothing, it is an economical tool, but it has nothing to do with environment. It's just indulgences. In the 15th, 14th centuries, the churches introduced so-called indulgences. Generally, you prepaid your evil. You go in a war as a king, you pay your indulgences, you can kill how many people you want to, because you will be safe, you prepaid. This carbon emission trading is exactly that tool. And unfortunately, I haven't found any lawyer in the world, including the impact lawyers and whoever, how they call them, who will be able to stand next to me on a court facing United Nations and governments of the world explaining why they support biggest crime against the planet. And the water pollution is exactly the same. So, many people don't like me. Many people like your work, but I don't like them as well. But I do everything legal. I do everything
Well,
transparent.
there's lots of people who don't like me either, Michael, so we're even there. My front room here, this is the front room of my house, which has become my office and my warehouse and my workshop and my everything, because with the pandemic we cannot go to our office, so that's why I'm here now. I've actually left my Auckland office. I don't have one anymore. I have one in Hamilton where the girl who works for me lives, so we put the office where she is, so she goes to the office and I don't. Now I just go to the front room of my house.
I am in a separated office, so I do not work from home because we have only a flat. But I'm very happy. I'm in 120 years old building, greatly restored. You feel the history. The guy behind me is the first Czech president, Czechoslovakia president, who created the country in 1980. Interesting point. It's cut off broken vinyl record, sourced directly at the biggest factory producing vinyl record. And just imagine, they throw away every single day in a garbage up to 10,000 pieces. 10,000 pieces of vinyl records because they sound bad.
So those are all vinyl behind you.
Yes.
Industry 5.0 is vinyl. That looks like Stalin. Gave me kept looking at it going, I wonder if this man's a Marxist. So you laser cut.
It's hand, done by hand. This is 6-hour work because with the laser you burn it. You cannot do it so properly, you burn it. You can use something like small tools to make it, but generally it's cut by hand. So it's a lot of work. And this is just one of many examples. I don't do that. This is a work of one of my partners who concentrated. He is a cook in quite a good restaurant, but his hobby is to cut these. And it's great because he have found, and this is what I said all the time, Industry 5.0 deliver meaningful life and meaningful work. Because the meaningfulness is something which is missing. And we are living, as I said in my speeches, we are living in a digital times. Thanks to COVID, the education was digitalized. Our work was digitalized. Our leisure is digitalized for a long time. But I recognized 10 years ago, I do not want to be digitalized myself because it looks like the only step which is needed. Because otherwise our home, my home, will be just a black hole. Data don't need any light. And I decided to rebuild the planet because COVID shows in the first months when the lockdown was there, China has a clear sky. People in Nepal saw for the first time in their life Mount Everest because the sky was blue. So we, again, the nature help us to understand we can rebuild the planet to be a blue marble. But to do that, we have to prevent what is happening. And it is so simple. I am happy that my keynote speeches, 2 weeks ago, I have a speech, I close up speech at the biggest Indian industrial conference again. My recent post from Friday has 200,000 views on LinkedIn. Last year, it was over 1 million. I am no one, I am, on my business card, you see only one title. I have no other. And there was a president before, and CEO and whatever, all these business titles. No. Trust me when I say that, standing in front of 1,000 people, I begin every of my speech. My name is Mike Parada. I am human. And every time I have a goosebumps on my skin because it's so powerful and the people do understand. So I do understand with you, companies do follow Industry 5.0 because they would like to be more profitable, clear and understandable. But the people itself, of course, money is important, but I deliver them the solution to build up their own future and the future of their children. And my question to the people is different, slightly different. Do you want to live on a landfill or on a blue planet? And trust me, I spoke even with the waste pickers in India on one conference. Really people who live on a landfill, dig on a landfill, earn on a landfill. And I asked the lady there with the entrepreneur, of course, with a translator, do you want your children live on a landfill? And I will never forget her reply. She said, Mr. Rada, I will do everything what will be in my hands to prevent my children live on a landfill. And this was said by a person who generally have all her income from it. So it's a powerful message. I never believe I can make such a call, such a movement, and in 7 months' time I built up 67, including you, 67 ambassadors network, physical people in 67 countries. Because we do follow one aim. I cannot pay you for your work, but sharing the knowledge, applying it, delivering the simple result which from the rest of wood you make a phone stand, the best present for the wood product producer in 30 years, as he says. We are changing the mindset, and you mention it. I call it, we change the mindset of people and businesses. Wow, yes. From wasteful to wasteless. This generally was done from the, I have been invited by a company who make wooden products to implement whether they can prevent the waste happen. And I find pieces slightly bigger than this. I took it, and 1 week later I come back with this idea with a 5.0 printed on it. And the boss, who was 65 at the time, doing for more than 30 years in this business, he says, Mr. Rada, it's unbelievable. I saw it all the time as waste, but you make the best marketing product for the next Christmas for our clients. Can you make 1,000 of those? And this is done, of course, with a machine already, but we did it from his own previously waste, but we source it as an obsolete product. So we do not deal with waste. But I have to apologize, Tara, because I have another meeting coming. But I think we are speaking the same language. That's for me the key. I call it the language of efficiency. My English is bad, sorry for that, but it is for me important.
It's better than my fear. I have no Russian.
For me, it is important that we speak simple language, the people do understand, and the language of efficiency is the key of our communication within the network. So I would like to welcome you again on board. I will make more promotion. Just now one question. Usually at the end of such calls, I put my thumb up, not because I'm the best one, but because we follow one aim. And this is to build the wasteless planet. And I make a screenshot and promote it. So if you agree, I can do the same. If you are not against because of the rights and properties and protection and so on. So you are fine with that? Okay.
Put some better light on it.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, so three. It doesn't matter. 3, 2, 1. I have it with this hand because I have to push the button with the other. So just let me check whether it has been saved. And I will promote it. I will send you the waste prevention legislation. Great. The image is there. And let's do it together. So let's build the world together. Let's use your expertise in the water, and I will connect you to people who deal with water and so on, and let's see what we can do together, because I'm sure if you can do it in your country and your knowledge is so appreciated, the other countries can do the same, because you are not speaking.
About, a little bit more than 20 years older than you, and Simon is the
You are not the oldest one in the group, so don't worry.
I was just wondering if we can organise to have group meetings as well.
We,
Two
we,
on one side of the world and the other.
we have it usually once per month, but we skip right now. We skip over the holidays. It's difficult, trust me, because we are speaking across all the time zones, and it is. But I expect that in September will be one, and you will be added on LinkedIn in the group of ambassadors, and there is generally a group chat. So you will be there introduced up to date, but there is a limit of 50 ambassadors. So, and we are 67. So I have to keep somebody out to put somebody new in. But it's not.
Well, you can kick me out anyway. It's okay.
No. It's they are just kicked out of the chat, but they stay ambassadors. But if they are not active, so this is why. So have a nice day, free of waste and wasting in all its forms, and stay safe.
You, buddy. Bye.
Bye bye. To je 45 nebo? Jo, tak to máš. Wow. Wow. It's a difference. To je tedy rozdíl, ale to budou vynikající houstičky. Tak ještě chviličku.